What is your sense of Netanyahu's motivations, and what outcome do you think he's hoping to achieve from this?
I mean, assassinating the lead negotiator of Hamas does not send the signal that you're interested in a deal and negotiations. It's the most effective way of actually killing negotiations. The fact that this was also done within 24 or 48 hours of the assassination of the number two of Hezbollah, again, it makes it very difficult to believe that this is just done as a way of just distraction, but rather, as the world was waiting to see what Hezbollah would do, Israel itself took action and further escalated matters. It's difficult to see that as not being something that Netanyahu did precisely because he did want to have a further escalation and go the Iranians and Hezbollah into a war. I think we have to recognize that after October 7th, there's been a very significant shift in the thinking and the narrative in Israel. Israel lived in belief that it was quite untouchable, that it was invulnerable, that its dominance militarily and technologically really made it not only so safe that it didn't have to worry about some of these things, but so safe that it didn't even have to worry about striking a deal with the Palestinians. That it could every once in a while, every 2 years or so, do some bombings in Gaza and keep this situation under lid. October 7th, but also the April attacks really pierced that perception of Israeli invulnerability, both inside and outside of Israel. And under those circumstances, it has also led to another belief, which is if Israel miscalculated about Hamas and Hamas was capable of conducting October 7th, then it's intolerable for Israel to live next to Hezbollah, which is a much, much more powerful group than what Hamas is. If Hamas could pull it off, just imagine what Hezbollah can pull off. And as a result, Israel cannot wait for such an attack, but has to take action beforehand. This is a narrative that has taken pretty strong hold. And this is something that has very much worried the US government already from the first weeks after October 7th, in which there was a fear that the Israelis would actually invade Lebanon as well. The Biden administration takes credit for having pushed back against that. But I think we're now in a situation with this escalation of the two assassinations that we're quite likely going to see a very significant exchange of fire and a potential larger war there. And I don't think that is something that Netanyahu was hoping to avoid, but rather something that he was willing to risk and perhaps even desired. When you listen to some Israeli voices inside of Israel, and we talk about senior Israeli officials, such as former deputy head of the National Security Council there, they're making open accusations of Netanyahu, saying that he is actually trying to bring about a larger war because it serves his political interests, even though it doesn't serve the national and the security interest of Israel.